To conduct the test, a 3-inch diameter transparent tube, approximately 40 inches long, is needed. The tube should be open at one end and capped at the opposite end to form a watertight seal. Also needed is an ASTM A416 7-wire prestressing strand approximately 40 inches long, a centering device to prefix prestressing strand in tube, stable support or stand to hold tube upright during the test, and cover to prevent evaporation of bleed water. First, wrap prestressing strand with 2-inch wide duct or electrical tape at each end prior to cutting to avoid splaying of the wires when it is cut. Degrease prestressing strand with acetone or hexane solvent and wire brush to remove any surface rust on the strand before temperature conditioning. Condition dry ingredients, mixing water, prestressing strand, and the test apparatus overnight at 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Place 40-inch tube in support with capped end on the ground and open end at top. Fill the tube with the resulting grout to a height of approximately 35 inches. Insert 40-inch length of prestressing strand completely into the 40-inch tube. Center and fasten the strand so it remains essentially parallel to the vertical axis of the tube. This can be achieved through the use of a spacer at the top of the tube. Mark the top level of the grout. Store the grout-filled tube at the temperature range mentioned previously. Take and record the readings of the upper surfaces of the grout and bleed water of the specimen in the tube at 15-minute intervals for the first 60 minutes and thereafter at hourly intervals for 3 hours. This time-lapse video shows the formation of bleed water at the top of the grout column over a 1-hour period. Properly proportioned and mixed prepackaged grouts will not generally display bleeding. At the conclusion of the test, decant the bleed water into a 25 milliliter graduate by tilting the specimen and drawing the water off with a pipette or large medicine dropper. Record the final volume of bleed water to the nearest 0.5 milliliters. Report the following. Express the bleed water as a percentage of the initial volume of grout. Note if the bleed water remains above or below the top of the grout. Note if any bleed water is absorbed, and note if the bleed water remains above or below the top of the original grout height. Calculate and report percentages of the following quantities: expansion, bleeding, combined expansion, and final bleeding in accordance with ASTM C940.